And now we bring you the last episode of Mahabali. Once upon a time, there was a great demon named Mahishasura. He lived deep within the ocean, undisturbed and unchallenged. But when his father, the demon king, died, he inherited not just his kingdom, but also his lust for power and vengeance against the gods. One day, Mahishasura assembled his troops and marched towards the heavens. The gods were caught off guard and had no choice but to flee. One by one, they were captured until only Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva remained. The trio retreated to the highest heavens, scared and helpless. In their plight, they remembered the ancient prophecy. It foretold that when the gods faced total destruction, the divine energy of all of them would merge to create a supremely powerful goddess who would save the day. The gods agreed to this plan. They stood hand in hand, closed their eyes, and surrendered their powers to the vortex. When they opened their eyes, they saw a blazing ball of light emerge from the vortex. From this light emerged a tremendously powerful, radiant, fierce, yet beautiful goddess. This was none other than Durga. She rode a ferocious lion into battle, carrying a trident, sword, shield, discus, conch, bow, arrow, and a lotus. Her mere appearance instilled fear in Mahishasura and his army. With a fierce battle cry, she charged into battle. Fearless and agile, she fought with unmatched strength and skill, routing Mahishasura's forces. Soon, she confronted Mahishasura himself. At first, he fought valiantly, but Durga was too strong. As the battle raged, Mahishasura began to panic. He tried every trick in the book, but nothing worked. Finally, as Mahishasura ran away, she chased him. Half transformed into a buffalo, she pinned him down and severed his head with her sword. With Mahishasura's defeat, the heavens were saved. The gods rejoiced and returned home. And so, the tale of Durga, the divine feminine power, became a legend. But our story does not end here. You see, the victory of good over evil brings joy to all, but it also stirs envy in the hearts of the envious. And so, when news of Durga's heroism spread throughout the three worlds, a sage named Narada decided to fan the flames of controversy. He went to the highest heavens and challenged the might of each of the three goddesses. Narada asked, "Whose power is supreme? Is it the knowledge of Saraswati, the wealth of Lakshmi, or the strength of Durga?" He knew that such a question would leave them pondering. Narada was pleased with his mischief. Then, as if to prove his point, he declared, "If you can't answer my question, I will." And with that, he vanished. Now, each goddess pondered over the question. Lakshmi felt that her ability to bestow wealth made her superior. Parvati argued that her strength and courage gave her the edge. Saraswati, however, believed that her knowledge and wisdom were beyond compare. Their debate grew increasingly heated, creating an imbalance in the celestial court. Meanwhile, Narada watched from afar, enjoying the divine drama. He never expected such a simple question to cause such a stir. But as the goddesses continued to argue, Narada knew he had to intervene before the situation spiraled out of control. In the end, Narada suggested that each goddess should bless a mortal with her unique gift and that their superiority could be judged based on the impact of these blessings. The goddesses agreed. First, Narada led Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva to a remote cave where Viravalan, a brave but poor warrior, was practicing alone. Brahma granted him the boon of immeasurable physical strength. Next, they went to the ancient town of Kashi, where Vidyapati, a young Brahmin scholar, was sitting under a banyan tree. Saraswati blessed him with the gift of eloquent speech and boundless knowledge. Finally, they arrived at the bustling market street where Selvam, a beggar girl, was sadly holding out her bowl. Lakshmi appeared and showered her with unimaginable wealth and luxury. With their blessings bestowed, the three humans set about changing their world. Viravalan, filled with his newfound strength, gathered soldiers and set out to conquer kingdoms. Vidyapati, now blessed with the gift of gab and knowledge, started attracting disciples from far and wide. Selvambagai, living in her newly built palace, lavished gold on those in need and amassed a huge following. But as time passed, each of them grew arrogant and isolated. Virapalin looked down upon those weaker than him. Vidapati snubbed those he deemed intellectually inferior. And Selvambagai scorned the beggars and common folk. Their individual stories became tales of hubris and downfall, teaching ancient Bharata Varsha, a timeless lesson about the dangers of unchecked ambition and the importance of humility. But that's not the end of the story. The tale of Mahishasura takes us through a journey of immense battles, personal victories, and the dangers of unchecked power. Stay tuned for more such epic retellings. Until then, remember, the true essence of power lies not in dominance, but in balance and wisdom.